Oh my god, Laura. Your timing is why you're my co-cap on the cheer squad. You will not believe what I found out. So, I was doing some sleuthing online trying to figure out what that new transfer student's damage was, right? And I'm having a total fucking meltdown. We not only knew each other, but we were best friends once upon a time. Well, best friends on paper, not in practice. We grew up with each other, knew everything about each other, and were around each other a lot, but we never really fit together. We've always been total opposites in clothes, food, personality, you name it. And as we got older, I may or may not have started giving them a hard time about it. Okay, fine. I started being a bitch. But you can't blame me. We were going down two very different paths. The path they were going down is what landed them in the outcast circle in high school. I was trying to save them. Puberty was already kicking their ass, and it wasn't pretty. And by that, I mean they weren't pretty. Yeah, I know it's hard to believe with how hot they are now. But believe me, they were yikes. But I was trying to look past the looks, since looks aren't exactly the easiest or quickest thing that someone can change. If they at least could act cool, then maybe we could still be seen with each other. But no, they preferred being a loser. We didn't part ways exactly. I was hoping with enough encouragement that they would change their ways. They were starting to get a hold of puberty in a weird, gothy way, but they had potential, and I wanted them to reach that potential. Okay, bullying is a pretty strong word, Lore. I wouldn't say I bullied them. Like I said, I was just giving them encouragement. Tough love for an old friend. And sometimes tough love can come off like bullying, but it's not. Things were hard back then. I told you all the shit I was going through, especially with my parents. And then having to move in with my grandparents by the end of it. No one could guess that the queen of homecoming and prom, Jaylene Bluefield, was so sad and so fucking angry. Well, one person would be able to guess. When you put it that way, it makes sense. They would be the only one I could take it out on. It helped that they never fought back either. They always looked at me like they knew why I was doing the things I was doing. I gave Hopper all the hell I was feeling. That was their last name. Back then, it was Hopper. They changed it. If they didn't, I would have figured things out sooner. I did get lucky that some of their socials still had mentions of their last name. They go by Goshawk now. Did I change a lot from back then? Not as much as they did, but enough that it took a bit for them to place me without knowing where I went to school first. Ugh, what the fuck am I going to do? It's one thing if we completely ignored each other, but we flirted. We had major chem again, and I. Okay, yeah. Maybe we did have a thing for each other back in high school, and maybe despite all the shit I gave them, they confessed to always liking me. And maybe I considered saying it back, and maybe I didn't and rejected them, laughed in their face, and it was the last thing I said to them before moving out here for school. I know, okay? I know I was a bitch. I know I am a bitch. I know. But I don't know. Isn't it wild that out of all the schools they could have transferred to, they transferred to this one? It feels like fate? A second chance at something? Oh, gag. I'm starting to sound like you. They literally dumped their lunch on me in front of the entire lunch hall. That is not someone I want to be near, let alone date. I'm just not going to do anything. I'm going to ignore them like they're probably going to ignore me. And yeah, we have class together, but that doesn't mean anything. I can still avoid them with no problem.
And the last pairing for this assignment is Bluefield and Goshawk.
Oh, you've got to be fucking kidding me.
And what was that, Miss Bluefield?
Uh, Nothing, Professor Dabashi. Just talking to myself about cheer practice later.
Well, with that, I'll see you all next week.
Wipe that stupid smirk off your face, Goshawk. You look fucking constipated. I have never found it attractive. Maybe you're misremembering. If I recall, you took a lot of falls back in high school. You might have some brain damage. Yes, I figured it out. If it wasn't obvious by the high school reference. Listen, I don't want to do this assignment with you, and you don't want to do this assignment with me. After all these years, we finally have something in common. So, how about we make this as painless as possible, be civil to one another, and get this done and over with? Yeah? You know I wasn't civil in high school. I know I wasn't civil in high school. I was a bitch, and that's why you're messing with me. I get it, okay? I deserve it. I'd apologize, but you wouldn't believe me. So let's just be adults, and we'll never have to speak to each other again after this. Yeah, that is what I want. Isn't that what you want? No. What do you mean, no? Hey! Ugh! That stupid smirk still gives me butterflies after all this time. You can sit at my desk. I cleared a space for you. If you need anything, tell me before you rummage through my things. I don't need you messing everything up. What makes me say that? Oh, be real, Goshawk. You might have changed on the outside, but I'd bet my cheer captain title that you're still the same on the inside. Which means everything you touch turns to chaos. No matter how hard I tried to keep things organized, you came along. There is nothing wrong with how I keep my things. I like to have my things a certain way, just like you like to have your things everywhere. And you wonder why you had a tendency of losing things or attracting things like, ugh, centipedes. They aren't cute. Bugs aren't cute. There's a reason why there are things called bug sprays, bug zappers, bug traps, and the like. They're pests. The only reason you're still around is that I don't think they sell sprays, zappers, and traps that deal with pests your size. I'm hilarious, actually. That fact is why I offered my place instead of yours. I can't concentrate with clutter, which I know you're bound to have. People can't change that much, Goshawk. Old habits die hard and all. I I said habits, not feelings. Not that I have any feelings to talk about with you. I If you had feelings you wanted to talk about, then good for you. I'm not a therapist. Anyway, you're getting us off track. If we're going to finish this assignment tonight, then you need to focus. Yes, you need to focus. You have a habit of being distracting. No, not because you're charming, because you're obnoxious. Now, if the next words out of your mouth aren't about Professor Dobashi's assignment, I will make you work on the floor like an actual pest. Got it? Wow, look at you up before 8 a.m. Here, I don't know how it got mixed in with my stuff, but you're lucky that I'm the organized one, or I wouldn't have found it before you needed it for class. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to get ready for my 8 a.m. You should get more sleep. You look like you need it. I couldn't care less about your well being. I don't like looking at people who are dead on their feet. It's depressing. And I'm a cheerleader, not a tear leader. Oh, I'd like to hear you come up with something clever this early in the morning. Like I said, I couldn't care less about what was keeping you up, but I have a feeling you're going to tell me anyway. You were up reading? All right, fine, I'll bite. What were you reading? Is is that my fucking diary? Where the hell did you even You remembered where I hid it back at home? Uh, hey, it was fine where it was. You shouldn't have gone snooping the moment I went to the bathroom. I knew I should have installed cameras or had one of my friends watch you. Ugh, my fault for trusting someone like you. I What I wrote about you in there was not meant for you to see. And anyway, feelings can change at the drop of a hat. And a fucking hat just dropped. So leave me the fuck alone, you creep. I bet you left that assignment here on purpose for this big reveal, huh? Well, you got me. And what do you mean that's not all you left? You left a little friend? Goshawk, I swear to the fucking gods, if you left a centipede in my room, not just one, you fucking delinquent. I'll have you reported for theft and harassment. You hear me? Your ass will be kicked out of this school in no time flat. Gods, what a loser. What an idiot. What an obnoxiously charming laugh. God damn it, face. Stop blushing, you traitor. You're supposed to want to be reporting them. Supposed to. But you aren't. Are you? And the fucker probably knows it too. Oh, Bluefield, you are done for.